Our first stretch targets the quads. Standing up with perfect posture, grasp your ankle or foot with your hand. While keeping your knees together and your glutes engaged, lift up on your foot to deepen your stretch. Once you've taken the stretch as deep as it will go, attempt to straighten your foot against your hand for a full 10 seconds. Only use about 25% force. This will tire the muscle and allow you to deepen the stretch on the next cycle. At the end of your 10-second hold, take a deep breath, and with your exhalation, again, lift up on the foot and deepen your stretch. You will repeat this process for 3 to 4 times per leg. It is important to not let the leg relax between the tiring and stretching cycles. Rather, keep the tension on the muscle the entire time you're performing these stretches. Each side should take approximately 30 to 40 seconds. If balance is an issue, try placing your opposite hand over your navel, or as a last resort, hold on to the wall. Be sure to take full, deep, even breaths throughout this and every stretch. The next 2 stretches focus on the calf. First, the gastroc, which is the large teardrop-shaped muscle opposite of your shin. Place both hands on the wall and take a long step back with one foot. Be sure to keep the foot straight and the heel on the ground. Keep the calf relaxed and take full deep breaths as you lean into the wall to create more stretch. This stretch should generally be held for 4 to 5 deep breath cycles per side. The second stretch in this series focuses on the soleus, which is a muscle right at the back of your ankle. Bring your foot in halfway from where it was during the first stretch. Bend the back knee and apply pressure down and forward. Again, you're trying to feel this stretch around the back of your ankle. Be sure to keep your foot straight and your heel in contact with the ground throughout this stretch. This stretch should be held for 4 to 5 deep breath cycles per side. Next, we'll stretch the hamstrings. Completely lock out your legs and flex your quads, hugging the muscle onto the bone. Then, maintaining a flat back, dive down until your hamstrings limit your range of motion. At this point, keeping your back flat, take a deep breath, sending it to your hamstrings. Exhale and release to the ground. Then, slow, with your head coming up last, roll up the spine. Reach up and repeat the process. Again, locking out the knees, diving forward with a flat back until your hamstrings say no more. Take a deep breath, release to the ground, slowly roll up to the top. Be sure to take deep, even breaths throughout the stretch and repeat this stretch 5 times. Our next stretch is the hip flexor stretch. Take a long lunge step with one leg and completely straighten out your back leg. You should be high up on the ball of the back toe, and you should lock out your quad, calf, and butt while you do this stretch. Once in position, sink your hips towards the ground, keeping the back leg straight. Be sure to take full, controlled deep breaths throughout this stretch. This stretch should be held for 4 to 5 deep rounds of breath. All you yogis out there may recognize this stretch as crescent lunge. Our next stretch will get the chest, shoulder, and bicep all at once. Make a circle with your hand and place it on the wall. It is important to have your hand turned sideways, as this will allow you to stretch the bicep as well as the chest and the shoulder. Simply exhale and turn away, and inhale, turn back to your start position. Be sure to hold your rotation only as long as your exhale and repeat this 4 to 5 times per side. The next stretch targets the lats, one of the largest muscle groups in your body. Stand with your legs shoulder width apart and reach one hand up toward the ceiling. Allow your gaze to follow the top hand as your bottom hand reaches down toward the floor. When you're at full stretch, take a full, deep breath into the side of your ribs, allowing your rib cage to expand. Then, with your exhale, rotate to the other side and repeat the process. You should do 4 to 5 deep stretches with breath per side. The next stretch targets the glutes. Sit up tall and cross one leg over the other, placing your foot flat on the floor. Then, hug your knee into your chest and sit up really tall. It is the action of sitting up tall while hugging your knee in that facilitates the stretch. If you're sitting up very tall and hugging your knee in tight and still cannot feel this stretch, consider elevating your lower knee, as this will intensify the stretch. This stretch should be held for 4 to 5 deep full breaths per side. The next stretch focuses on your rotational core. In similar position to the last stretch, sit up tall and place one foot over top of the other leg. Then, lock your opposite elbow behind your knee and rotate away. As you inhale, try to sit up tall. As you exhale, try to deepen your stretch by rotating just a little bit more. This stretch should be held for 4 to 5 deep breaths per side. The next stretch focuses on your hip. Elevate one leg to 90 degrees and reach across with the opposite hand and grasp the knee. Keeping the legs square and your butt on the ground, pull the knee towards the opposite side. It is important as you pull across to facilitate the stretch to also drive your butt down into the ground, not allowing your butt cheek to elevate off of the mat. This stretch should be held for 4 to 5 deep breaths per side. Our final stretch in this series is to hold a deep squat for 30 seconds. Maintaining good posture by keeping your head up and shoulders back, squat as deeply as possible, touching hamstring to calf. You may also hook your elbows inside of your legs to facilitate a groin stretch. If balance is an issue, reach your arms out long as if holding a tree. Be sure to take full deep breaths throughout this stretch.